Good morning, good morning, good morning, everyone, and welcome to the Rise and Slay Morning Show. My name is Rochelle Slay Queen Hemingway, CEO and founder of Slay to Success. I advise and empower women professionals to step up into their most authentic personal brand to gain lucrative opportunities. And we're focusing on appearance, behaviors, communication skills, and your digital presence because when you can do it from a holistic point of view, you stand out, you have unstoppable confidence, and then you're going to get after your desired opportunities. So you're going to be doing this all with the slay philosophy in mind. Slay means to kill it, to dominate it, and to nail it, to be on point, to impress greatly, to dream big and work hard until you own it. It is also an acronym which stands for Universal Life and Leadership Philosophies that really resonate with me the most. And they are stay ready to be ready, lead out loud, a sense of community, a sense of family, and knowing you are built to last. So if you are here with me this morning, please give me a shout out so I can send you back a shout out because you could be spending your time anywhere else, but you decided to come on the live show, which happens every Tuesday morning when I am available, right? And sometimes I have to push it to another day, but usually it's on Tuesday at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And what we talk about here is personal branding. Okay. That's all I've been talking about since I started this show, probably about maybe 6 months ago. I also have the Slay to Success talk show, which happens on Sunday nights at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Again, those are selected Sundays because sometimes they fall on holidays or sometimes they're falling on days when I'm not available. But I bring in a guest and we talk about how they're living their life on their own terms. So this morning, y'all, I'll share with you what I did on the treadmill this morning again. Okay. I love my treadmill. I love the endorphin high that I get from working out, and it is one of my core values. And it's non-negotiable for me. So I worked out this morning. I did some treadmill hill walk ups, and then I did some weight training. And I feel absolutely slay amazing. Okay, so hopefully you are moving your body, putting things into action, getting started on your day. This is on a Tuesday. To slay in my world. So hopefully you're having a great week so far. So today we're going to talk about personal brand goals in 2025 and the intentionality of personal branding. Okay. Personal branding is really designing your life, your business, your career in such a way that you are attracting the right clients, the right projects, the right opportunities for you to showcase your expertise, your skills, and your experience. Okay. This is on purpose. On purpose, meaning you want to stand out and you want to be seen, valued, and heard. A lot of times I've been working with clients and so forth, and over the past few months, and one of the things that we work on is confidence, how to regain your confidence because they already have it within them. All I'm doing is to ensure that we're writing things out, we are creating a strategic plan as to how you're going to leverage your personal brand. It is a tool. It is not the all to be all. All right. This is a tool for those that understand that you are a leader because we are a leader in our own rights. If you come into this space, you already know. All right. So, as a leader, you've got to take control of the narrative. You've got to control how people perceive you. Okay. What is it that you're trying to do? And is it in alignment? Because if it's not, you're going to probably get projects, whatever, roles, and then you're going to be miserable and you're not going to like it and you're not going to be able to shine like you can shine. All right. So this is when we really talk and we lean into what this is all about. So my personal brand goals for 2025 are simple and very clear. All right. 50-50. I'm going to talk about 50-50 today. What is that? Well, my vision is to do 50 speaking experiences this year. 50. And that's in a combination of a variety, either podcasts, in persons, doing workshops, because I do personal branding workshops where I talk about how do you leverage your appearance, your body language, your communications, and your digital presence. All right, because we're living in a competitive world. And a lot of times people are just going with the flow, and they're doing what everybody else is doing, and they're not relying on their uniqueness about themselves. So this is what I talk about. I talk about these particular areas because they are the difference between you getting into a particular job or role. Let me get my little iPad out here, y'all, because my notes are on here so I can stay on track. Good morning, stories of unapologetic confidence. How you doing, madam? How's everything going? Happy New Year again to you. Y'all, this is going to be such a great year. All right. I know many of us have been planting seeds. We planted seeds last year, and we're wanting to see what those seeds are going to grow into this year. So this is about taking it to the next level. All right. Every time we get an opportunity, we're going to elevate. I talk about elevating your image, elevating your presence. I am a professional keynote speaker, along with a certified image consultant, a personal brand expert, an author of 4 books, and a United States Air Force veteran of 30 years. So I have all these different pockets of leadership experiences, life experiences that I am sharing, and I'm amping it up. Okay. These are my goals, my personal brand goals, because that's the space that I'm in right now. And that is 50 speaking experiences. All right. That is my goal for this year, as well as 50 personal branding transformations. So let me just kind of give you an insight to what I've been doing for the past year. Okay. Last year was my year. Okay. Where I had opportunities to go in and actually partner with organizations or individuals and see how I can support uh, 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 what do you call it? Like support and encourage and show these particular entities that we have it all in us. We just need to make sure that we don't shrink ourselves, we don't play small, we lean into the certain attributes that we have, our God given talents, and use them to our advantage. Okay. Instead of looking at them as, oh, well, they're not going to really you're not going to really appreciate me. Yeah, they're going to take you seriously because you're consistent, you're authentic. All right. And you have clarity about what you're doing. So personal branding goals for me this year, because I'm in this space, is 50 speaking experiences and 50 personal branding transformations. So let me just talk to you a little bit about the speaking experiences. Now, this is just not me sharing the SLAY mission, okay, which a lot of people may not know. And so if you've never been in this space before and you're not quite sure what I'm talking about, SLAY came from an experience that I had with one of my airmen. It was his favorite word. All right. I didn't know what he was talking about. And he started saying things like chief, which was my rank title when I was serving in the military, Chief Master Sergeant. And he would say, Chief, you are slaying it. Okay. And he even would point out my makeup. Okay. So I realized that he was watching the details. He was paying attention to how I was speaking to people, how I was showing up. And so I said, that's interesting. That's a word that I've heard, but I didn't know the definition of it. Unfortunately, 3 days before I deployed to the countries of Jordan and Kuwait, he lost his battle with depression. I could not go to his memorial service. I could not go to his funeral that he had in North Carolina. All right, because that's where he's from. I was devastated. So I went on this deployment, heartbroken, y'all. I was just completely lost and how I was going to do anything. I started to journal because I wanted to capture my emotions, my thoughts. I was there for almost 7 months, flying in between those two countries, which are about 800 miles apart from one another, because there was two clinics. I was in charge of these two medical clinics. And so I decided to really think about what he said. And so I wrote down slay, and I was like, okay, this means to kill it, to dominate and nail it, the rest. And so I said, I think I can start to heal myself and the organization for which I was a part of before I went on the deployment. So I came back from that deployment, and I remember the first commander's call, which is like when you get everybody together and you talk about what's going on in the organization, who is doing well, like celebrating. We pass out awards. And I said, we're going to slay it. We're going to kill it. We're going to dominate it, and we're going to nail it. Why? Because Aaron Brooks would want us to do that. So I began on this journey. And for 2.5 years while I was at Ellsworth, I talked about staying ready, lead out loud, a sense of community, you are built to last. It was a vision of how we were going to pursue the mission. And then I realized when I retired that I had a lot of stories. We all got a lot of stories to tell. And I had to put them in these buckets, all right? Because people were calling me and asking me to share my story. And I realized that I'm a creative. So I like to write. I like to read. I like to talk. And so I just started out and said, hey, the name of my business is going to be Slay to Success. All right. And this is the way that you can pursue your success through this Slay framework. Now, it has morphed and has grown legs to all these different types of adventures, if you will. But what I realized last year is I do two things very well. One of them is to get into the door. I get into the door. Okay. I've been doing that by networking a lot, talking to what I do and how I do it, and delivering. I deliver every single time that I am in front of an audience, and I adjust the presentations to who's in the audience. I have not delivered the same presentation since I started out last year. I definitely look at what is the goals of the organization that is bringing me in, and how can I tie in personal branding to their goals. It's not about me per se. It's about how I can help them to elevate to their next level. I am helping with their brand, all right, boosting their brand up. Because guess what? If we still stick to what we know, we don't expand ourselves and we do not grow. I'm in the growing phase like never before. So, yes, I think I did about 30-ish or so speaking engagements last year between in persons and on podcast. And now this year, I'm amping it up to 50 because I understand and know that I have mastered this skill that I had been nurturing and growing while I was in the military. So I help women veterans, especially, to establish their personal brand outside of their uniform. So I'm going to be igniting change. I want to elevate voices. I want to spread the message that it is our time to rise and claim our future. 2025 will be the year that we all take these stages. If you are in this space with me, this is Slay Nation. Okay, this is Slay Nation. All Slay Nationers are going to get on these stages. We're going to be commanding attention, and we're going to be changing lives with our voices. And sometimes we are not quite sure how we do it, that's when you partner with me. And now I've said I'm going to help 50 people with their personal brand to transform their personal brand. Okay. Thank you, madam. Look, I'm in it. Okay. I'm going to be very consistent. I have been taking notes, been taking in data, understanding, realizing where I can leverage my skill set to grow my business. And that is through personal branding. It's very intentional. It's very intentional. Okay. There is nothing that I'm doing that's haphazard. I understand that if I lean into what I know and what I know people are calling me for and delivering, things are going to start moving. This is about accelerating and elevating growth. And how do you do this? Okay. So this 50-50 is on my mind. Number one, we need to look the part. Look the part. Okay. So my wardrobe, you're going to see some different elements coming out this year. I've realized that I was still playing a little bit more conservative than I would like to, because I was worried about how people were going to take me in. But my last presentation that I gave for the Businesswomen's Network of Howard County, I had this blazer, and I was wearing the blazer with like a solid colored pair of pants. And I said, no, Queen, it's time to go all in. All right, get the matching pants. Let's make sure that these outfits that we're wearing on stages are statement pieces. From now on, we're making a statement when we go into the room. And it's not like it's a vanity strategy. It's more of, I want to look the part, as there are speakers that can hold big stages. If you're the entertainment of the hour, needing to look like you are the entertainment of the hour. All right, give people something to talk about. Good morning, Tishpiration. How you doing? Good morning. Good morning. Hope you doing well. Hope it's not too cold there in Canada. Okay. So I'm so happy that you're here. Thank you so much for joining with me live, Queen. All right. So first impressions matter. All right. But here's the truth. You just don't get a second chance. You're not going to get a second chance to make a first impression. You just won't. So where are you trying to move into? Take a look, because our wardrobe speaks volumes before we even open up our mouth. Because when we walk into these rooms, y'all, we going to walk in like the queens and the kings that we are. Confidence starts with how we present ourselves. I'm going to tell you this story that happened to me this past weekend. I got an invite from one of my clients who went through the 6 sessions that I have. It's my signature 6 sessions personal branding transformation program. Y'all, I've got 2 clients right now, like actively working with, and I can't wait to share. You don't even know. They are doing the work, and I just cannot wait. I cannot wait to share with you all their transformation. So I went to this event. It was at 9:00 in the morning. It's an event that I've never been to before. I didn't know anyone except for my client that was there. And when I got there was a lot of people looking at me. And, sometimes before I would be like, oh my gosh, but now I'm like, this is who I am. This is who I am. All right. I was dressed to the nine. Okay. For the event, I had on a blazer, this colorful top with pink in it, of course, and, the matching pants. I had my big old pink coat. Some of you have seen me wear it. It's a pink long coat and very patterned, very hello, how you doing? And before the end of that event, I was volunteered to be the Human Resource Committee lead. This is in an organization that I have never interfaced with. How did this happen? Because they saw the boss lady. And I'm just going to be blunt with you. I came in there with confidence, surety about me and my business. I gave my elevator pitch, my personal brand statement. And let me tell you, people understood what I did and how I did it. It's been a journey, y'all. I have pivoted a couple of times, but now I understand what I do and how I do it and the impact and the results of that. So I was sharing, my personal brand statement. And then I called my client, and I said, I don't know how this happened. But I did know how it happened, right? I did know how it happened. It's because I showed up and I showed up. So we got to make sure that we upgrade these wardrobes to where we're trying to go. What we wear directly impacts how we feel and how others perceive us. If we want to own our future and demand the respect we deserve, it starts with how we show up. And that includes what we wearing. Okay. Hey, let me get these comments here. Hey Chevy, how you doing, Queen? Good morning, and happy Tuesday. And there's a cold snap here for sure, but layers help. Yeah, I know it's cold. It's cold here. It's like 16 degrees. It says on my laptop right now. I'm like, woo, I'm not going outside today, y'all. Well, I get to. I'm changing my terminology. That's part of the personal brand too, is creating affirmations or phrases that speak to what we were doing before and now what is the elevation. And now I get to go to my son's basketball game tonight at 6 o'clock. So I will be out there. Okay. Dress for success. Roxette fan for life. Oh, you're going to have to explain that for me. What is Roxette? But yes, dress for success. You don't have to spend a fortune to look fierce, y'all. And today I wore this matching jewelry set that I got from TJ Maxx. Yes, that's where I go shopping. I go shopping at TJ Maxx, Marshalls, Burlington Coat Factory, Macy's. I go on the lower end because I'm selecting very distinct pieces that people can remember. This is a conversation starter. Okay. If I go anywhere and I'm wearing this, all eyes are here. Okay. And they're like, what? Wow. It's a conversation starter. And it's most fitting for me because my nickname, I'm affectionately called the Slay Queen. Okay. So there's a lot that goes into that. So picking out, items on purpose that reflect your power, all right, your confidence, and your ambitions. Are you showing up as a version of yourself who has big goals like I do, like the 50-50? Okay. Or are you showing up in a way that says, I'm still trying to figure this out? All right. When you're partnering with me, we figure it out together. And then you have a plan and you won't be like in your closet trying to figure out what to wear, how to wear it, da 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 da. All right. You already have the pieces in there. You're going to start going to events and opportunities that you want to go to. And it's going to be streamless and you're going to have lots of fun. Okay. It's a band. Dress for Success is one of their songs. Oh, listen, I'm going to have to check it out. I'm going to check it out today, Tish. So thank you so much for sharing that. So, and I'm not talking about like going with trends, okay, that don't resonate with you. It's about choosing pieces that make you feel more confident, more empowered, and most importantly, comfortable in your own skin. So look at your wardrobe right now and ask yourself, is this reflecting the woman or the man I'm becoming? Or does this outfit says, I'm here to take over the world? If not, it's time for you to do some refreshment. Okay, that's number one. Okay, number two, that I would tell you is you've got to make sure that you are circling, or excuse me, in the circles of people who are going to support you, meaning going to organizations, becoming a member of it. They're in alignment of what you're trying to do and how you do it. And they're going to bring you forward and allow you to share what you do and how you do it. Here's another, I'm going to give you another example of how my personal brand has really elevated me to get in front of my ideal clients. So there is an organization within the Greater Crofton Chamber of Commerce. I was invited by one of my guests that was on the Slay to Success talk show. Her name is Mia Anderson. So if you have not checked out that um, episode, go to the Slay to Success YouTube channel and um, subscribe, and then watch my show with her. She invited me to another group that I didn't know about from the Greater Crofton Chamber of Commerce. Now, I've been going to their events and so forth, but this is another little group. I went to the last meeting. Guess what happened? They picked my business card out of a basket and they said, "You're going to be presenting on February 7th. You're going to be presenting your business and what you do and how you do it." Okay. Guess what? Now I have an opportunity to share, and I get to decide how I'm going to show up in that. And it's a virtual. So just just realize, y'all, there are a lot of things that you could be doing right now. And so own the other piece to it is to own your story. Okay, so before I go on, Chevy says, "I cleaned out my closet this weekend and got rid of bags of clothes that are no longer on brand for me." Yes, this is what we're doing. Okay, it is a secret, it's our own personal secret. We don't have to tell people what colors that we're choosing. We just show up in it. And everything that you're doing, again, is on purpose. There's no mistake about it. I chose the color pink. A lot of times people don't know who I am until after, and I'm like, you know what? Here I am. And I feel comfortable with it. And it's okay. All right. These are our own individual secrets that we have to ourselves. Thank you so much, Queen. Yes, Leslie, own your story. It is your tagline. Here's the thing. We got so many stories on top of stories. We just need to put them out, like write them out. What are our stories? Okay, and I'll share with you a little bit about how I go into my speaking engagements. First of all, I look at the audience. Who is the audience? I tailor to who's in the room and what is the theme of the speaking experience that I'm going into. I have different stories. One, I have story of how I lost 60 pounds and went into the military and kept that weight off for 30 years. So I can go in the health and wellness space and talk about my journey and talk about my workouts and talk about what I eat and how I sleep, all the things. Then I can talk about my resiliency in the military all day, every day. Okay. I got 3 decades in there. Then I can talk about the sleigh, how it started, why it started, what does it mean? Why is it so impactful? Why is it so resonating to me? I can also talk about how I launched Slay to Success as a business owner, an entrepreneur. All right. I can also talk about how to write books and how to self publish books, how to create talk shows, how to use platforms like Canva, StreamYard, Zoom, those things. I can also talk about wardrobe and how you dress and what kind of things go with what things you already have in your closet. Because we want to be shopping from our closet. We don't want to always be out in the stores buying things every day, all day. But when we see things that are in alignment, we start to build. Okay. I can talk about how you start a speaking career. How do you get on stages? How to make presentations? Listen, I got stories as well as you do on how to do certain things. How are you going to use that to your advantage and get you into the doors of opportunities? So, again, my personal goals for this year, because I'm in personal branding and I know what it means and I know how to transform and get people into where they would want to go and do it quicker, easier, and it's fitting for them. And that is through 50 speaking experiences, whether or not they're workshops, on stages, podcasts, as well as 50 personal brand transformations. I have right now 2 clients. So that means I got 48 to go. 48. So what does that mean? Okay. This means that in the program, we talk about your identity first. Then we get to your messaging, which is a lot of storytelling. What are you going to be sharing? Then we talk about your personal brand style. We also talk about the LinkedIn online presence, because LinkedIn is the platform that I'm growing my business on. If you have not been following me on LinkedIn, please, please, please go there. Hey, LinkedIn family. I have been in there consistently every single day posting, and my network is growing significantly. So then we talk about that. And then I talk about how to amplify your personal brand through all these different elements. And then you're going to go out and you're going to start to showcase all these things. And you're going to be in front of people, meaning you're going to be well ahead when it comes to sharing and understanding what you're trying to do. You're going to be ahead of people. I guarantee you this. So I'm excited for this experience. Chevy says, exciting and congratulations, and you will achieve your goals. Yes, I will, and you will too, Queen. Okay, we are in this together because I believe that when we're in synergy, like, and we're all doing the same types of things, that we can see how everyone is elevating in their own unique way. Hey, Brandy, how you doing? How you doing, Queen? I'm so happy that you're here with me live. It's been a while since we have seen each other, but I know you're doing slay amazing things, Queen. So thank you so much for being here. So this was all in the inspiration of using your personal brand to leverage your goals in 2025 and being very intentional about it. There is no mistake that what I have been creating over the past year, I have done it on purpose. I've done it on purpose. Okay. And this allows me to really showcase who I am, setting boundaries, attracting the right opportunities, the right clients, the right partners, going to the right events, people who are speaking and advocating on my behalf because they are very clear on what I do and how I do it. They understand, that I've been building, I am in the building phase. Not everything looks polished and well put together. Okay. There are things that I'm still working on as anyone else that is in business. This is my second year of officially going in, and this year I'm going in hot. Okay. It's going to be hot, and y'all going to be like, wow. And so I just want to say thank you for being a part of my journey, for allowing me to be who I am, and taking in the information that I've been sharing, the insights, some of the strategies, the tools, and so forth and so on. And you're going to keep me accountable. Okay. So 50-50. As far as my speaking experiences, I already have 4 scheduled for being between now and March. So I've already done one. I did one last week. I've got 3 more. So I'm trying my best to make sure that I'm going to the right events so that way I can continue on my journey. And then as far as my clients, I have 2 active clients right now. The goal is to have 48 more clients that want to pursue their personal brand transformation. And so I'm excited. Hope that you're all excited about 2025. Yes, there's a lot of uh, realignment going on in our world, but I want you all to stay focused. I want you to stay true to yourself and never, never give up on believing in your dreams, your goals, and your aspirations. So, this has been your Slay Queen, Rochelle Hemingway, CEO and founder of Slay to Success. Thank you so much for you being here with me live. Stories of unapologetic confidence, Tispiration Station, Chevy Mac, and who else there? Brandy. Thank you so much for being here. And to all those that come back for the replay, thank you so much for listening in today. So keep on slaying until you can't slay no more. And I will see you all very soon. Love y'all. Bye-bye.